Need to get over is what they did during the offseason already and bringing in Kellen Moore. I think that's going to do wonders for this team. We saw what Kellen Moore did with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott ain't on the same level as Justin Herbert. I'm sorry, Dallas Cowboys fans, but he's not. He ain't even close either. Of their capabilities, he's not bigger, stronger, faster, nothing more than Justin Herbert. So what Kellen Moore is going to be able to do that offense is going to be legendary, I believe.
How about them Cowboys? How about Dak Prescott, man? Y'all already knew I was about to come on this mug acting a fool today, and you already see the latest victim of CTE in Sean Merriman, the dude that was known for his lights out celebration, and obviously his lights have been shut out too many times because he out here saying some BS about my quarterback right before Dak Prescott proves yet again that he is the most underrated quarterback in the league. He is capable of doing everything that people say he is incapable of doing. He can use his legs, as we saw him take off for that 16 down. He saw the defensive end trying to go straight towards TP. Dak took that ball back and he was gone. And from there, it was all up in smoke because my man was throwing dimes all over the field. And we got to have a conversation about Michael Gallup towards the end of this video. But first, we gotta use this time to set the record straight. Now, y'all know this channel is called the Dak Attack. Now, we not only gonna correct the national, the local, it don't matter if it's underground, subterranean, whatever you wanna call it, news, but we also gonna correct some misnomers about where our quarterback ranks on the annals of quarterbacks, not only in today's times, but in NFL history. And buckle up, Dak haters. It's about to be a rough video because you about to get some stats and some graphics that you don't want to see, but it's truth. It is cold, hard, fizzy facts. Now, first, let's address this BS right here. Dak Prescott ain't on the same level as Justin Herbert. Poppycock, I say. If we take a quick glance at these guys' careers, that can be easily proven incorrect. Now, at first glance, you're looking at Justin Herbert's career stats, and you're like, man, this dude's been pretty good for the most part of the time he's been in the league. He's been throwing for a chunk of yards, although his yard per throw average is kind of low. Yards per completions is kind of low with 7.3, 7.5, 6.8, 7.3. Cool. He's not throwing that mug down the field. It seems like he's throwing a lot of short passes, and his receivers are making big plays for him. Look like a lot of slant routes, a lot of digs, all that kind of stuff, right? Obviously, the touchdown numbers are there because the Chargers have been running a primarily pass-heavy offense the entire time that he's been there, but he's also thrown for double-digit interceptions every year he has been in the league so far. This year is actually trending his best year interception wise, so his interception percentage and his interception count is actually extremely low. So kudos to Justin Herbert. We don't trash other players on this channel. We just trying to make it very clear that Dak Prescott is a lot better than what the masses want to give my man credit for. And then the most important number that kind of summarizes how the quarterback plays in totality at the quarterback position. Obviously, we have advanced metrics like the QBR rate and all that stuff that kind of takes into play other factors in the game. But the traditional rating from the good old days, which is what we're going to use, is the quarterback rating. And you can see his career average, 96.7 quarterback rating. 7.2 average on his yards per catch, and then his yards per game is about 285.6. Obviously, we knew that was going to be high. Again, pass-heavy offense. And yeah, he's had a decent career so far as a quarterback. And you would think that, no way Dak Prescott's numbers look that good, right? You're wrong. If we take a look here, ladies and gentlemen, we can clearly see that Dak Prescott has better numbers than Justin Herbert, even off of first glance. We'll start at the quarterback rating. That's higher, 97.4 career quarterback rating for someone that's supposed to be trash or ass, or it just depends on whoever you hear it from. There's a lot of people and a lot of sad Cowboys fans out there that's really parroting some bad takes, some emotional takes, and some extremely biased takes from people that don't have the best interest at heart for your team, but you're so naive that you continue to mimic exactly what they're saying and say the exact wrong information that they're giving out, and it can be very easily proven, guys. That's the sad part about it. Oh, then you say Dak is dink and dunk. Well, if Dak is dink and dunk, what is Justin Herbert? Because Dak's career yards per catch average is 7.6, or yards per attempt, whatever it may be, is 7.6. That is actually higher than Justin Herbert. What does that tell you? That Dak Prescott is actually pushing the ball down the field in air yards at a higher clip than Justin Herbert actually is, and Dak Prescott has double the amount of seasons played, so he has a larger sample size, which means there's very possible that his percentage could have gone down if he was really a dink and dunk quarterback, but he is not, because traditionally his average has been rather high. Then we look at his yards per game, 255. This year is actually bringing that down quite a bit. 2017, which was probably Dak's worst year as a pro. That's when the Cowboys gutted their teams, and it was an exodus of players, and that was the year we had to trade for Amari Cooper, I believe, because the year just started off really, really bad. 2017 and this year are actually bringing down his numbers quite a bit, but he's still at 255 average. You will take that. 255 average is a very, very good number. And then you look at, like I said, the quarterback rate, 97.4. That's better than Justin Herbert, bro. Dak Prescott's career numbers are better than Justin Herbert. Now, I know what you're saying. That doesn't prove that Dak is a better quarterback than Justin Herbert. He makes it look prettier. He has the long flowing hair when he's throwing the ball. I know what you're saying. Okay, let's look at their head-to-head matchups. Justin Herbert versus the Dallas Cowboys in 2021 and 2023. His ratings were 87.2 and 84, respectively. Right? Then we look at Dak Prescott's numbers versus the Chargers. Let's look at the same years, 2021, 2023. That means they faced off against each other. Dak Prescott had higher quarterback ratings in both games, and in last night's game, it wasn't even close, Mr. Lights Out Sean Merriman. So I don't know where all this drama's coming from. I don't know where all these mystical storylines about Dak Prescott are coming from, but they are false. They are riddled in untruth. They are not real. These are created and manufactured by people that want to see Rain Dakota Prescott fail. But no, he just goes take that mug on the RPO and run it for a touchdown right down the gut. Oh, y'all knew I was about to come on here and cut up, because I've been talking big trash the last couple of days, and I've been saying it's strong for my boy. And damn it, he came through for me, bruh. So I gotta come through for him and set the record straight. Justin Herbert, by no metric, is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott, whether you want to look at it from a grand scope or a microscope. Dak Prescott has outperformed Justin Herbert in damn near every category outside of putting up more junk stats like you guys claim Dak Prescott puts up, which is strange when his team wins more times than they lose, and Justin Herbert's team actually loses more times than they win, especially in close games. Go figure. Not to mention, Dak actually had to beat 3 people last night. He had to beat the Chargers defense, he had to beat the referees, and he had to beat Mike McCarthy, because Mike McCarthy couldn't get out of his own way play calling. He is intent on playing this 2 runs and then make Dak throw a 3rd and long and convert 3rd down playbook. And bro, that is going to come back to bite us. But last night, Dak was able to prove that, hey, I can actually carry us to a victory with all this going against me and not going in my favor with the penalties and all the mental mistakes that the Cowboys were still making last night. The turnover by Jalen Tolbert on the punt return. Just all the mental mistakes. And Dak Prescott did exactly what he should have done, even though you got his coach getting caught in 4K telling him that was a bad call. That was my bad, pretty much. My bad. And I hope Mike McCarthy did that on purpose so that way he could get caught on camera, so he could take some of the pressure off of Dak, so people quit asking the question, is this Dak's decision to be doing this, this, and this? No, it's Mike McCarthy. He just exposed himself. Mike McCarthy has been the one that's been at the root of our issues with certain issues as it pertains to play calling and decisions to pass the ball short of the sticks. Yes, it was a bad call, Mike. Throw the damn ball down the field. And before anybody tries to say anything about, oh, this game was all won by the defense, that is BS. Dak Prescott accounted for 312 of the 368 offensive yards produced by the Dallas Cowboys against the Chargers, with 40 rushing yards, which led the team in rushing, bro. He had to carry us to this victory. Dak haters, anti-Dak people out there that for some reason just have your mindset on this dude is not a good quarterback. When, bro, don't make me make y'all real mad and pull up a career comparison between Peyton Manning and Dak Prescott through year 8. It's eerily similar. And by eerily similar, I mean it's damn near identical. So y'all need to chill out. I'm just saying. But we do have an elephant in the room we need to talk about. 2 of them mugs, actually. And they over there huddled up in a corner calling the play right now. And they just don't know. We don't want them in on the play. Michael Gallup is a problem, bro. Michael Gallup is a problem. Shout out to Bobby Belt. Michael Gallup is a problem. And you don't have to see numbers to know it. When you're watching the game, you can see the majority of the plays to Michael Gallup are unsuccessful. And without watching the all 22 and actually being able to kind of jump into the film, just off of watching what I was able to see on the field from the TV view, he's having trouble getting free releases off the line of scrimmage, which are really damaging his ability to properly run slants and to get inside leverage on the slants to where people can't undercut him on the slants. That's why we see DBs getting their hand on the football when Dak is throwing slants to Michael Gallup, and that's why those balls are hitting Michael Gallup's hand, ricocheting into the air, and they're turning up into interceptions, is because Michael Gallup is not getting clean releases off on his route. Anytime he's up against press coverage, he's shriveling up, bro. He's shriveling up anytime he's against press coverage. I don't know what it is. Maybe he needs to get with Amari. I don't know, call Amari up, see if they still cool, work on some releases or something from the line of scrimmage. But oh my gosh, Michael Gallup, bro. Michael Gallup. Not only that, he's getting to the point where everyone keeps calling him he's the jump ball threat. Bro, when there's a situation where you have to leave your feet to catch a ball, you better catch the ball. You missed a perfect dot by Dak by 50 yards, bro. 50 yards down the field, Dak threw a perfect dot that hit your hands. Threaded in between the defenders. Would have been a beautiful highlight to be able to rub in people's faces. But now we just have to look at it as a low light of yours, Michael Gallup. We love you, bro. We love all of our players. I do not support overly hating any of our players. Because at the end of the day, they going out there running to each other at full speed for our damn entertainment. So I don't support being overly critical of any of our players. But damn it, Michael Gallup, I can hope for you to be successful somewhere else too, damn it. Michael Gallup, bro, you may be an excellent locker room guy. I don't know what's going on. You're not getting any separation on your routes. You're not catching the ball. You're alligator arming balls like you're scared to get hit or something in certain situations. Your routes aren't clean. Like, Michael Gallup is an issue, and we really need to look at fortifying that other receiver position, or just throwing at Brandon Cooks more. Give Brandon Cooks and CD those targets that you're giving to Michael Gallup. Give Jake Ferguson some of those targets that you're giving to Michael Gallup, some of those looks, some of those calls that you're giving to Michael Gallup. Do that, man. Do that, because every play last night that went to Michael Gallup outside of the fourth quarter, I think the fourth quarter is when he kind of started to actually have some positive plays. They were negative plays, or they felt like wasted plays that we had better options in other places. And I get it. Maybe they're trying to kind of force feed him a little bit to bring him alive because they know that they're going to need another receiver. They know that they're going to have the Cowboys are going to have another receiver that is on for them to actually be able to compete in the playoffs. If CD Lamb is their only threat in the passing game, the Cowboys will do nothing in the playoffs this year because it's going to be way too easy for the best teams in the league to game plan for them defensively. You take CeeDee Lamb away, you make the rest of the dudes work for it. More times than not, they have shown that they are going to lose. And that's not an indictment on a character or anything like that. That's just what's being shown on film a lot of the times. And Michael Gallup, ever since that knee injury, man, and God bless him, but ever since that knee injury, he just has not been the same. Now, Big Mike, you got caught red-handed, bro. You got caught red-handed. Telling Dak, my bad, that was a bad play call. I'm glad you did that, bro. But this is indicative of a larger problem at this point, Big Mike. Your play calling is becoming very, very obvious as the problem with our offense right now. It's very obvious. The quarterback can still complete passes. CD can still catch passes. We can't run the ball. That's what we know. Our offensive line is having problem with point of impact blocks or point of contact blocks. And your play calling is terrible. 2 runs in a row for no gain. And then a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 passing play. And then everyone looking at Dak Prescott upside his head when it doesn't work is not a good game plan on offense. It's not. It felt like every first down was a run play. Now, I know it wasn't, but it felt like it. In the moments where it mattered, every 3rd down was a run play, or every first down was a run play, I should say. In the moments that it mattered, when people will remember, it felt like every play we knew y'all lined up for a run play, it was absolutely going to be a run play. Try a play action. You could have tried a play action boot, have somebody rolling on a shallow cross. That probably would have led to a touchdown with as much as y'all ran the damn ball in that situation. I hope y'all are playing like some big brain IQ plays and trying to run up y'all percentages of actually running out of certain formations to the point to where when we get to the playoffs, teams are just expecting y'all to do certain stuff and y'all just do the opposite. I hope that's the game plan. Because if it's not, Mike McCarthy, bro, you're making Aaron Rodgers look like a truth teller right now. And that's the last thing people see him as. That's all I'm going to say. But either way, good victory. Dak Prescott carried us. The defense made big plays when they needed to. Michael Parsons, Stephon Gilmore were huge plays. Excellent win by the big players in this game. Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cook showed up. Michael Parsons, Stephon Gilmore both had big plays. Osa Odigizua played his mind out. Marquise Bell was absolutely on fire at that linebacker position. Made me not miss LBE at all. I'm gonna be honest, Marquise Bell he just seemed like he was playing with much more speed. He was playing with his hair on fire, and he was out there hitting or at least stopping plays at the point of impact, and that's what you want out of your linebackers. And he wasn't letting too many plays get behind him. All right, so Marquise Bell had a hell of a ball game. J-Ron Kerr still getting hit with some untimely penalties. That's unfortunate. I felt like Donovan Wilson had kind of an up and down kind of game a little bit, just based off of the plays that I can remember. I remember him making some really solid plays, some nice stops in the run game, I believe, and some nice stops on some short passing plays. But he also had a couple of plays that I think he would have liked back. Outside of that, I don't think anybody else really had too notable of a night. We already talked about CD having a big night. Tony Pollard. I don't think Tony Pollard is capable of being our lead back, ladies and gentlemen. I think we may have a serious problem as it pertains to Tony Pollard. But outside of that, hopefully you guys slept as good as I did last night. It was a beautiful night to be a Cowboys fan. And you all know how we end these videos. How about them Cowboys?